Those who see Black Bag in theaters may want to bring a pen and paper to make sense of its serpentine ending. Marketed as an action thriller, Black Bag is more of a psychological puzzle of cloaks and daggers, or should I say steak knives, that requires viewers' full focus to piece together. Given its swift 93-minute runtime, Black Bag requires much more of your attention than your time, packing in a flurry of dialogue-driven exposition and twists that can make one's head spin by its end. Those who dig to keep up, however, are rewarded by its relentlessly sharp pace. Black Bag is Steven Soderbergh and David Koepp's latest collaboration and second feature film of 2025 following their psychological horror presence. The film is a sleek and sexually charged cat-and-mouse game full of professional liars, some better than others. Michael Fassbender, who has a recent knack for playing robotic agents and killers with flat effects, The Agency, The Killer, leads the ensemble cast of Black Bag alongside the alluring and cold as ice Cate Blanchett. Their George and Catherine are a married couple working for London's National Cyber Security Centre, whose dangerous cyber weapon Severus has been leaked into Russian hands. The Severus leak came from the top of the National Cyber Security Centre, Pierce Brosnan's Arthur Stieglitz. Arthur enlisted the help of Colonel James Stokes, the second-in-command to George Woodhouse, to leak Severus into Russian hands with the intention of inspiring some controlled chaos. Severus is an advanced and top-secret cyber weapon that has the unique ability to melt down any nuclear reactor core. It was the most prized possession of the NCSC, which makes it quite astonishing that Arthur would want to put it in enemy hands. Ultimately, Arthur and Stokes are the key villains and traitors behind the leak. Like the other mole suspects given to George by another high-ranking NCSC official, Philip Meacham, James Stokes is a highly intelligent and sophisticated liar. He differs from the rest in his ideological beliefs, as exemplified by the question George asks him during his polygraph test towards the end of the film. George questions whether it is morally acceptable to kill some for the greater good, which is exactly what Stokes believes. He wanted to leak Severus as bait for the Russians to start a world war, justifying the extreme intervention of the Western military forces, thus ending the war, presumably in Ukraine. Stokes deceives George by intentionally raising his suspicions against Catherine. He tells him that Catherine used an antiquated alias Margaret Langford to open a bank account in Myanmar with $7 million deposited in a lump sum. This led George to suspect that Catherine sold Severus to the Russians, Andrei Kulikov, who she met on the bench in Zurich, and Vadim Pavlichuk, a Russian general on house arrest who escaped as George redirected satellite surveillance on Catherine. Stokes later reveals that he was incorrect.